Hi guys, DevilHunterXYZ, and this is a movie review on Nonstop, and this is kind of like a action, horror, thriller, mystery type movie. I mean, it's like combining three genres at once. Uh, I mean, it's a pretty interesting movie. It features Liam Neeson, and originally I thought this was going to be a pretty average movie, but with all the mysteries and turns this has, I think it's pretty good. And of course, I also have the cat with me, if she wants to kind of help out too. But anyway, let's take a closer look. Alright, for the summary, there's not really much to it actually, since everything's shot in one location. In a way, it kind of reminds me of the movie Phone Booth, where the whole movie is shot at an intersection in a city. But anyway, in this movie, there is a guy named Bill Marks, who is an alcoholic air marshal. He gets on a non-stop flight from New York to London, and while there, he gets text saying that this guy's going to kill somebody for 20 minutes unless $150 million gets into his account. And I guess pretty much his entire movie is just him trying to find the guy doing this because he notices a hijacking. Um, I mean, people do start dying. There's like a battle between the whole passengers because they wanted to know what was going on, and of course, Bill Marks doesn't want anyone else to figure out anything. Uh, I mean, pretty much, Bill Marks trying to go through elaborate ways to try to find the person, but it turns out to be just dead ends, pretty much. Uh, well, skip it to the end. He gets to a point where he actually finds a bomb on the plane, and it's gonna detonate in like 30 minutes. And eventually he does find the person or the people responsible for this whole hijacking. Uh, Apparently they were doing this to try to frame Bill Marks as to make him look like the suspect because of his rough past and whatnot. Um, and I believe that the whole point of them doing this was to try to increase security or something like that. Wasn't really too much clear on that, but yeah, apparently they just wanted to have better security or whatnot for the country, and they thought having a U.S. air marshal be responsible for the bombings would have done something. Uh, anyway, though, the Marks gets caught in the plan. He ends up killing these two guys. The bomb does go off, but luckily somehow they manage to survive near the end. I mean, that's pretty much the whole plot from this entire movie. Or for pros, well, really, there's only one pro for me in this movie, and that's the suspense. This entire movie has a lot of that. It's like a whole roller coaster of mystery and suspense. Uh, I mean, like I said, this entire movie is trying to find the guy responsible for the hijacking, and when they thought they actually found the person, it turns out to be nothing more than a dead end, and they had to keep continuing with the search. And it even gets to the point where you kind of think maybe Bill Marks himself was the actual hijacker, and also with a huge twist ending. It kind of really took me off guard. Uh, I mean, it's just pretty great, having a lot of suspense throughout this entire movie, and that's what I like about it. Alright, for cons, there are two of them. One, as I said earlier, is the location. Um, I mean, for the most part, you're on the plane the entire time, and while I do appreciate the simplicity, I kind of wish for a little bit more variety in terms of places and locations. Um, I mean, I didn't have to go all out and show like a bunch of different countries and whatnot, but I kind of like to see something more to it. And the second, I would have to say, would be the action. There's not really too much action, not until maybe like the last 20 minutes of the film. Uh, I mean, it starts slow and then it kind of builds up to create like a whole big action, action scene. And what really kills me is the trailer for this movie. I mean, they always show the action part of it, trying to make it overhype. I mean, I don't know why the movie companies do that. Put trailers that overhype the movies like that when it's not really true at all. I mean, that kind of really gets to me. Alright, for conclusion, I would say this movie is pretty good, in my opinion. It may not be as action packed as I thought it would be, but what really keeps it going is the mystery and suspense. It kind of leaves the audience hanging up until the very end. And in a way, I guess you could say it kind of engages the audience. It's almost like you're trying to find the killer themselves as well. But I mean, I kind of really like how it does that. I would go with a movie that does suspense and having a lot of just things blown up and shot up or whatnot. But I mean, if you wanted to see this movie thinking it's going to be a good action movie, I wouldn't get your hopes up. But it is still a pretty good movie nonetheless, and because of it, I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. This movie just recently came out, and I would say give it a chance. It's pretty good, in my opinion. This is DevilHunterXYZ, and until next time.